Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your January love and relationship reading. I start with a reading for single Sagittarians and then I move into a reading for those of you who are currently coupled. I'd like to give you a friendly reminder that these readings are generalized, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. With that said, I'd also like to encourage you guys to check out your moon and rising sign, and then check out a reading that correlates with your moon and rising sign and see if that information within those readings pertain to you more. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. So I'm going to start again with the reading for my singles. Okay, so the first card in this spread is the Emperor, and this represents you where you are now. From the looks of some of the other cards, you've definitely gone through some hardships, but I think right now you're really claiming your power and standing in your truth, and you're ready just to take on new things, have a new approach, and take them with this new, really strong attitude. What's crossing you is the Nine of Swords. And when I say crossing, it basically means that this is the current weather going on in your life. This is a card of angst and hurt. This could be related to things that have happened in the past. Although you have this wonderful attitude where you're really embarking on your strength, you're still holding to some things that have happened to you in the past. And until you really process and work through these things, it's going to be hard for you to move forward. However, what's working for you is the strength that you have. I do think that you're on the right path as far as towards like moving through it, but this is still something that you're definitely still processing. The next card is the Ten of Wands, and this is the foundation of your situation. The foundation of your situation is always closely related to the recent past. So this is the Ten of Wands, and since this reading pertains mostly to relationships, what this is letting me know is I really feel like when you're in a relationship, you really take on the burdens of it. I think that you're somebody who really likes to take care of people. And you'd also try and take control of the situations by really standing your ground and kind of being, the alpha partner within the relationship. And with that comes these burdens that you try to carry on for yourself. But I think at times it really is overwhelming and it can be too much. So with that said, I want to remind you that when you're in a relationship, to try to practice things in a balance, lean on each other. I mean, that's what your partner's for. So what happened in the near past? This is the Ten of Cups, and this is a happiness card. What I'm seeing right now is I think that this relationship was really hard that you were in. You were also very happy, though, and you wanted to move forward in a positive direction in the future, and you had high hopes to build on this relationship. However, I believe that you took on too much, and because of that, it ultimately fell apart. The next card has to do with your aspirations. This is the Eight of Cups. I want this to serve as a reminder that when you're in a relationship, I want you to again channel the strength of the Emperor, Remember not to carry all the burdens, but to remember that things are a balance. But also, since this is an Eight of Cups, you could see that this gentleman is leaving this situation. I think that sometimes, and I'm a Sagittarian as well, so this relates to me, that when things get tough, sometimes it could be easier just to walk out of a situation and start over. And I think a lot of times that we do that because we're afraid of ultimately getting hurt. But what we're doing is we're hindering ourselves and we're hurting ourselves by walking out and not sticking it out. So the next card represents the near future, and this is the Page of Pentacles. This could represent a possible earth sign coming into your life. This will be, again, a very new relationship, and this is going to be someone who has a very young spirit, okay? The outcome of this situation is the world. And I know that we have some hardships and stuff that we need to work through. However, ultimately, we're in control of ourselves and we can take our life in any direction that we want. So ultimately, we create our own issues. And we could dictate, again, our life in any direction that we want. And I want that to be a reminder when we look at the world. So we could really, really write our own path. I know, again, and I know I just said this, that we have some hardships, but ultimately, because we have the world card, I think the world is at our feet, and again, that we're going to have some prosperity. So I do think that this relationship coming into your life could be a promising one, but not just that. I really think that this also signifies you approaching things in a different light with the Emperor, and just moving through things with ease, and taking the struggles as they come, but handling them in a different manner. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com, and I am going to move into a reading for my coupled Sagittarians. Okay. So the first card in the spread represents what you're bringing into this relationship, and this is the Mother of Pentacles. The Mother of Pentacles is a very loving, caring, nurturing individual who she really has a strong family foundation and is very dedicated to her family, making things work. She has a very caring sense where she's very loving and wants to just nurture and love the people who are important to her. However, when she's hurt, it's very easy for this person to feel the victim, okay? The next card is the High Priestess, and this is where you are right now in regards to the other person. What this is letting me know is that there is a lot of respect that you have for this person. You also see this person as someone who's very highly intuitive. This is a type of person that you really like to run things by and seek out their opinion for things because you have this deep, profound respect for this individual. The next card represents what you want from this relationship. And this could indicate moving forward with a deeper commitment. If you guys already have a deeper commitment where you guys are either living with each other or married, this could indicate possibly starting a family or continuing to move forward with that deep commitment momentum and celebrating that. This is something that a relationship that you're very proud of. The next card is the Hierophant, and this represents what the other person is bringing into this relationship. When I think of the Hierophant, I think of someone who is very honest. This person likes to work through, likes to acknowledge his or her problems and other people's problems rather quickly. And they do that in a manner so that you guys can move forward and work through them in a positive way. And I think that sometimes that could come across as being rude. This person also has a very nurturing side. He or she likes to take care of others, very caring. Also, they can also have a tendency to be drawn or active in certain like type of charities because this person does have a very, very giving type heart. The next card is the Temperance, and this represents what the other person is getting out of the relationship. This is a person who sees this relationship as a type of a balance. This person also sees this relationship as sort of like a divine order where this person feels like this relationship was something that was really meant to be, okay? The next card represents what they want from you, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's really, there are no limits for what this person believes that you guys can achieve together. Together, you guys could really make things happen. This represents the foundation for new things to grow. So this relationship has the potential to continue to grow and develop. The next card represents how you see the other person. This is the Seven of Wands. I think that sometimes, especially with the Mother of Pentacles, that you can get stuck on things. And I actually understand this. You could get stuck on certain things you get stuck on things that happen, whether it be conflict or things that you're like, that's kind of a bump in the road. But the way that you process that is sometimes you're not sure, you get stuck on them and you're not quite sure how to move forward with them, just because you have a hard time of letting those things go. So with that said, I guess you need to weigh out your options and think, well, what are the benefits of continuing to stay in here? I think that your partner is very dedicated to you. There's a deep sense of commitment. And I think that you could really take this relationship in any way that you want. However, getting stuck on these things, because you do have a tendency to sometimes play a victim, ultimately, it really just hurts yourself. And you need to find new ways of how to process these things. The next card represents how your partner sees you, and this is the Fool. This could represent maybe your partner not being aware of how you get stuck on things, because I believe your partner sees you as somebody as a happy-go-lucky and someone who could be pretty naive at times and rather innocent. I feel like your partner sees you as someone who has a very young soul, okay? The next card represents the outcome. This is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of pain. This could be, what this is a friendly reminder that if certain things aren't acknowledged, this relationship could really go downhill. When I look at the cards that are on the table and I look at your cards from your partner and I see the dedication and the hopes that your partner has for this relationship, what I see working against you is the feeling of being overtly overly sensitive. And I think as Sagittarians, we are prone to being overly sensitive. I know that me being a Sagittarian, I'm definitely oversensitive and I get stuck on things like in the Seven of Wands. And these things are our own worst enemies and could work against us. Like I said in my singles readings, ultimately, the only thing that we are really in control of is ourselves and how we react to situations. And I know at times that could be really hard. And this is something that I'm actually working on right now as well. Is to really try and take control of myself and see how I respond to certain situations and really concentrate on responding to situations in a positive manner so we could have a positive impact on our lives and the people who are in them. Because again, ultimately, we are in charge of ourselves in the direction that we take our life in. And so, if we want this relationship to be a success, which I do think that your partner is in accordance with you and wanting it to be a success, I really think that we need to work through this grief that's represented in the Nine of Swords. And this grief is something that we manifest ourselves. So, again, take control of your life and try to work forward in a positive manner. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. All right, thanks. Bye, you guys.